Hi, beautiful people. I hope that you had a great day. I'm going to get straight into the commentary because of the time, and I'm going to call the Stereotypes of a Black Republican Part 2. Whew. Let me get hydrated, drink my water, and let me tell you something. When I'm speaking about things like this, I'm not trying to convince people of my views. I'm firing up a live stream to talk about things that's important to me, okay? That's it. And I feel that it's very important to be able to have a conversation without the attacks, without the just whatever. Because what I find is what I find happening when I go to a lot of spaces over in these particular sectors, right? Most of them are Democrat. I don't have a problem. I go over there because I like politics, regardless if you are a Republican or a Democrat. I go over there, but it seems as if there's all these, what's good, King? There's all these stereotypes when it comes to a Black Republican, and a lot of times I am attacked. My people bring up things that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And so some of the things that are important to me as a Republican is somebody that was a Republican. What's good, 504 girl? Somebody that was a Republican before Donald Trump. Those viewpoints are not taken seriously. I'm called dumb. I'm going to review my stream from yesterday because let me tell you something. Sometimes when people are looking at me, what's good, Vino? Sometimes when I'm on a panel, I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. And then I go back. In some streams, I will revisit. I had a lot of problems yesterday with the live stream. I didn't even realize that so many people had issues with what I was saying until this morning. I was listening to Charlie and I'm like, I'm getting ready to go to school because I go to school now. Okay. And she's like, MU, a lot of people didn't like your commentary, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I don't like a lot of y'all commentary, but I don't go in y'all spaces telling you guys what you can and can't talk about. That's what I don't do. I can appreciate somebody, that says, I don't like politics. I'm not going to show up for that live stream. Cool. That's fine. So I did have some issues. I felt the disrespect. Let me tell y'all something. I took the time to clean my life up. I had a great life. I had a great life, but there were some things I needed to change. Remember all the people, they used to talk about me getting sober. I need to get sober. I need to do this. I need to do that. Well, those same people spend so much time talking about my past that it's like, so I don't take things to heart. People just like to talk and that's it. So I'm going to get into my live stream and, I saw Ronnie Q's live stream, right? Ronnie Q, and I use her name. Why? So you guys can go and look at her stream yourself and see what she says. Other than that, I just do subliminals. But in this case, I am talking about Ronnie Q. I listened to her live stream. She was in my chat. And sometimes I'm wondering if you guys what's good, Miss Betty Boo? If you guys just hear what I say, just to disagree. Now, Ronnie Q threw a reference in my chat the other day, and I'm about to play the stream and look at it real quick so I can get done. She threw an article for me to look at. But when she went live, she made it seem as if I couldn't read, as if I was dumb. I saw her title. She didn't put a name on it. But Ronnie Q, the title has something to do with when a dumb pretends to be smart or something like that. I don't know what she was talking about, but it sounded like MU. I'm going to say this, but I don't know. So I just have to say maybe. But when she gave me the article to look at, I was getting ready to get my child ready for school. And if I can't spend the time to do it because I needed to end that live stream, then I'm going to do it later. It doesn't make me dumb, Ronnie Q, or anything like that. It just means that right now I can't have the conversation. So I wanted to clear that up. I did hear the live stream and she said I'm welcome to come back to her channel to have a debate. I don't mind that at all because let me tell you something. I don't think that any party is perfect. But what I don't like is when people think of you as a Black Republican, whatever, they think that you're not as interested in the race, or we don't see the inequalities. We see it. But you have to have both on both sides. The Republican Party is not going to go away. And I'm going to go with the side that fought for our rights when we didn't look. That's what I'm going to do. But it doesn't mean that I agree with everything that happened. Let me get into my live stream. I'm going to share this with you guys. Feel free to interrupt me. But a lot of times, let me just get into live stream so I can say what happened on my panel yesterday. Because I'm feeling a certain kind of way about it. I can't say I'm going to play a lot of it, but let me review my own commentary. Hang on. Let me see. I don't share that much. Oh, good. I have it set up. All right, you guys, let me look at this and we'll see. All right, here we go. Let me know if you can hear it.
Too. I'm glad that you're having this conversation. I like to hear different political views and things of that nature. And
hey, Latina.
I think a lot of people have different views, and I don't think all of us are listening to each other. And there's a lot of preconceived notions, and I think a lot of times some of the tension you feel, maybe you don't understand that sometimes a lot of the things that you are saying is coming off as a little disrespectful. Just for instance, I brought up the fact of Trump screwing up COVID, which to me was more than obvious. We saw it coming through from country to country and people dying and this, that, and the other. And he clearly went on national television and said it was a Democratic hoax. We refused to shut down the airports and things of that nature. But regardless, we ain't got to get into all that. When I
want to speak about it. I want to speak on it.
I'm gonna red ball a lot of this. To you, your response was, "Oh, well, it just seems to me you all just want some handouts. You just want some Democratic handouts." You see, it's that undertone. Yeah, but that's how you responded. You didn't respond to what I actually said as far as Trump saying that it was a Democratic hoax, which he.
Okay, let me stop right there, because what I see a lot of time, what's happening is people don't say the truth. Pizarro, I'm about to play a part of your stream too, Linda. Just a part of it when you brought this up, because you. Let me stay focused. When did I say? Do I have a mod that can remove that message from Spider-Man in the chat? When did I say that blacks were looking for a handout? I never said that. That was a lie, and she never came up with the timestamp that I said, that I supposedly said. I didn't say that. What I said was I'm for less government involvement in our life. That's what I said. That's not the same as saying that blacks are in need of a handout. I never said that at all, period. So if you're going to disagree with me with something factual that I actually said. That's correct, MU. MU acted like she's above the people who voted for Democrat. Pizarro, seeing that she don't even vote, you really can't say what a person acted like. I didn't act like anything. All I did was speak facts, and some people didn't like those facts. And some of those things were my opinion, but I don't act like I'm above anybody. I feel that people who say that really don't have an argument, and you're just saying something right now. Right now, you're just speaking. Let me go on. And I hope that you're safe in Florida.
He did say that. And he refused to shut down the airports and the borders because he did not want it to mess with the economy to damage his election. So people died because of that. And so Congress had to rush together and give out some little checks. And then he
Pizza, give me like 10 minutes and I will.
All for it. That's not,
because I'm gonna play your part as well.
That's not the point. The whole thing is it's like if somebody disagrees with the Republican Party, then it's always the throwback of, oh, y'all just want some handouts and this, that, and the other. And that is so disrespectful to say to Black Americans.
I never said that, though.
Especially considering the fact that you ain't even been Black that long. Because as far as I remember, when you came on here, you were speaking no English. So now you want to sit here.
The ad hominem attacks. Let me tell you something. If you want to talk about that, I was talking about the slang. I've always been Black. My family, being Afro-Latino, whatever, people say whatever they want to say. has nothing to do. That's ethnicity. That's not race. I've always been Black. But we're talking about 2024 going into 2025. We're not about to talk about the days when I wasn't sober and I was doing all kinds of things and I was having a psychotic break. So if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. So since you want to bring up,
talk about it because I'm bringing it up because you don't seem like you understand Black American history. You don't have
now I'm in the position to speak about these things. I am speaking for Black people, and thankfully, you know what? I don't have problems like that in the political circles because Republicans believe that you can change your life at any time and at any age and do better. And it seems to me as if my Democratic friends are going to put me down for a time when I wasn't even healthy, Miss Nikki. Y'all did not meet me sober on this app, did you?
Child, I mean, whether you sober or not is still up for debate.
So,
I mean, let's be real about that.
Okay, let me stop there because this is what's pissing me off. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back. I'm gonna drop a link for pizza. This is what bothers me about people. Number one, whether I'm sober or not, Nikki, is not up for debate. I'm sober. Period. So many people have a problem with that. So if you can't even, and here's the thing. I'm sitting over here talking about stuff that matters to me. You guys don't have to care about it. That is not up for debate. And then when I call people out on it, like, wait a minute, you're attacking me instead of the ideas because you can't actually debate a point. I don't appreciate that because you guys are so quick to say I'm treating people a certain way because you think you're going to just talk any kind of way to me. No, it's not up for debate. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But what I'm tired of people getting in their feelings, like I need to tiptoe around this. Let me tell you, I'm in my own space. If you don't like what I'm talking about, just leave. That's all you got to do. Because it's not up for debate. I don't appreciate it. It had absolutely nothing to do with what I was talking about. And when I'm talking to, no. Am I saying I'm speaking for the whole Black race? No. I'm talking to people that are like-minded or that want to discuss ideas. The other Black Republicans, am I speaking to them? Absolutely. And I'm hoping that I attract them and we can have a meaningful conversation because what they don't do is these stupid ad hominem attacks because they can't debate ideas. Let me drop a link to pizza because it's the lies for me. I never said that Black people were looking for a handout, ever. I never did. And unless you guys can come and say something specifically that I said, want to talk about, oh, I shouldn't be able to speak on something, I can speak on whatever I please, just like everybody else. Okay? Get out. You can't have these conversations with people in their feelings. Play your live first. Okay, hold on. Let me play a little bit more of this one while I find a timestamp for yours.
Point by attacking me as a person.
Let me listen to it.
Gonna work? You set up.
That was an attack. It was an attack.
What I talked about today, but I'm talking about political party. It's racism has a political party.
You didn't even let me address. You didn't even let me address the virus. Instead, you wanted to attack me as a person. I don't understand.
No, I was not attacking you as a person. What did I say that wasn't true? What did I say wasn't true?
Can I respond?
The only reason why I brought up the fact that
you gonna let me respond? No.
I am going to let you respond, but I'm telling you, I'm trying to let you know it was not a personal attack. The reason why I brought it up.
There was a personal attack. I'm sorry. It was.
Maybe there's a disconnect. You understand in Black American history.
I understand Black American history.
And maybe that's why you're coming off as tone deaf.
I discredit what I'm saying. I live in America, and I'm trying to answer the question about the virus.
Okay, go ahead.
So, the election was coming up, and there was a lot of things about the virus that was being said that was not true. And hold on, y'all. How do I? Okay, let's go to Pizza's Live. Let me say this. I think that. How do I stop sharing my? Oh, stop sharing. I think that what's important. We're having these conversations. You later had somebody come up and was like, don't take political views from a crackhead and stuff like that. I'm always going to get that from people. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Let me share this other live stream for educational fair use purposes only. I'm going to play the audio for me because I didn't set it up. But what's good, Juicy? You know, I don't attack people. I don't go low. I can actually hold a conversation without attacking you guys because I can stand on what I'm saying, and it doesn't mean you have to agree with me. Now let's see this nonsense that came from Pizarro's live stream. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Another person that got everything completely wrong. I'm just saying. Respectfully, no dig at her, but she did.
Shit. Nikki Pope. There you go.
I might need to go.
Nikki Pope.
Am I at the right spot, pizza? Is this the right spot? Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, I know. That shit was funny, bro. Because when I go back over there, right, I'm thinking she's just talking about how she normally does when it comes to the political part of it. Have that little conversation that she does. When I got over there, her and Nikki over there arguing because MU kind of being dismissive of some of the things and the practices when it comes down to the Republicans. And MU feels like Nikki Pope is being dismissive when it comes down to the Democrats and the shit that they have going on and how they do the Black community. Well, Nikki felt that MU should not speak on Black Americans because just years ago, MU was not a Black woman. Just years ago, MU was the Hispanic woman on the light skin side, not over there on the Afro side.
No panel have I ever said that I was a Hispanic woman. I have always claimed to be a Black woman. I have spoken about my family's, where they've come from, but that's an ethnicity, not a race. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to get pizza together real quick, because unlike the other one, unlike the I want you misunderstood. Don't put stuff like that in my chat, boo. Okay.
Okay. So Nikki told MU, why is you over here talking and saying all these things when it's pertaining to the Black community when you don't know nothing about the Black community? You started talking to the Blacks when it comes to the Republicans when you have a white dick up in your mouth. She said when you have a white dick.
Now I didn't hear. I'm sorry for the language. I didn't hear Nikki say that, but that's why I don't take my political talks to a lot of spaces. Because none of that has anything to do with what I was talking about. Nothing. Okay?
In your mouth, what, white pink in your mouth. I was like, bitch. And then, MU throw her little slick shot in there because some dude hit the link and called her a crackhead and shit. And she was like, well, this is the problem right here because I'm beyond my past. You can't talk about my past. You can't shame me for my past. This is my past and I don't went past it. I don't went beyond it. I'm doing good and y'all mad because I'm over here looking good, feeling good, and doing better than y'all. Okay, she also looks down on y'all that's less fortunate. She feel like majority of y'all that is with the Democrats are poor, Blacks, and that's why y'all vote for the Democrats because y'all got that broken slave mentality as the Black folks. Because y'all over there voting for the Democrats and they didn't give two fucks about you like the Republicans do, bitch, but we gonna leave that alone. Okay, so MU feels that the Blacks that is voting for the Democrats, she feel like they are low level. She feel like they are beneath her, and she feels that they don't have the mind to think clearly because they wouldn't be over there trying to vote for the Democrats. And because she said that shit is Nikki had to hit that leak. And Nikki went and tell her how she gonna talk about the.
Okay, let's stop. When did I say any of those things besides never? And the problem is these kind of lies. I never said that people vote Democrat for any reason. But I did say that I do feel that people vote Democrat because their parents did and their grandparents did. But I never said it was because they needed a handout or any. Who is this nonsense that Pizarro was talking about?
She feel like they are low level. She feel like they are beneath her, and she feels that they don't have the mind to think clearly because they wouldn't be over there trying to vote for the Democrats. And because she said that shit as well, Nikki had to hit that leak. And Nikki went and tell her how she gonna talk about the Black community when she don't know a motherfucking thing about a Black community. She been around nothing but white folks all her whole life over there on MU channel. She said she been around them white folks all her whole life and she been a whole white expanded out. So how she gonna tell Black folks about their community when she wasn't just years ago, she wasn't the Black one. Just years ago, she didn't know shit about the Black community and she was claiming somebody else like Kamala did. Okay, girl, they was going at it, and you was like, I'm just trying to talk. We have to be able to talk. Not, they both cutting each other off. Neither one of y'all was trying to hear what the fuck y'all had to say. You both was cutting each other out.
Really?
Y'all wasn't trying to hear shit each other had to say, and I was enjoying it, bitch. Okay, now I'm gonna drop this link, see if y'all want to come up. Oh, before I do that.
Okay. So, anyways, you guys get the point. I missed when that was happening, you know, because I would have. I don't like those kind of lies. I never said that. I don't feel that way. I do believe that, number one, we're close to the election. So, yes, you guys are going to hear me talking about the election. All right. But people vote the way they vote because they're doing what they feel is best for their family. I vote the way that I vote for the same reason. Okay. But I feel that I'm tired of the disappointments after each election. And I do believe in less government involvement in our life. We're responsible for the outcome of our life. And to try to demonize it or make it more than that, I feel is problematic because I never said those things. If you're going to disagree with me on things that are factual, not something that you made up in your head, not and all of this anger towards what I'm talking about and all this stuff. Stop lying, said vote for what your pockets can afford, not feelings. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, you know? I just do. So I have to be really careful with my talking points and what I'm saying and who I'm engaging with, because it's getting totally twisted and I just don't like that, you guys. I don't look down on anybody. I don't. I feel that most people look down on me. That's how I feel. So just because a person doesn't affiliate with the same political party as you, it doesn't make them dumb. It doesn't make them stupid. It just means that we're on a different side of the coin. But in all actuality, we have the same goals. Blacks were strong with the Republican Party, period. That's how I feel. I know that there has been a shift. I didn't hear anybody speaking actual facts concerning history and stuff like that, you know? And there was a switch. We used to be primarily Republican during the Lincoln era. I get it. And there has been a change with Donald Trump. I'm for the Constitution. I'm for being able to take care of your families, protected borders, because that affects, you know, American society, our security and things like that. Those are the things that I'm for, and nothing, and it has nothing to do with anything else. Okay. And that's just it. But all of this, oh, you guys are racist, you don't care about what's happening to the race. That's absolutely not true. We're very concerned, just as much as Democrats are concerned about the race. So are we. And that's what I have to say about that. Let me give y'all some stuff. Hold on. Let me give y'all some facts about Black Republicans, okay? Now, there's some things I can give you guys a lot. I'm not going to. Y'all want some? I won't bore y'all with this. But let me just say this. Black Republicans are about as likely to as Black Democrats to see their ancestry as important to how they see themselves. And my point of reading some of this to you is because there's a lot of similarities. Okay, and I just think that people are uninformed, and a lot of people don't really understand the Black Republic. Well, there's a Republican Party, but Blacks are in the Republican Party, whether we like it or not. And you see a lot of younger people, younger Blacks joining the Republican Party. Black Republicans are about as likely as Black Democrats to report frequent experiences of discrimination. That's another thing. Black Republicans differ from Black Democrats in their views on racial discrimination as a barrier to progress. That's true. That would be true. Black Republicans are just as skeptical as Black Democrats about their prospects for equality. I think I already read that one. Let me read you guys. As in the case among Black Democrats, roughly half of Black Republicans live in the South. Black Republicans are about as likely as Black Democrats to live in the South. but more likely than white Republicans. So we have a lot of similarities. What's good, 504? But I really am tired of the whole, there was nothing to get angry about what I said the other day. If anybody should have been angry, I should have been angry, right? Because for some reason, people think it's okay to attack me, to try to make me feel inferior to them, whatever. And when I call it out, they always backtrack. Like, I'm not attacking you. Whenever somebody says they're not attacking you, they are. They're just trying to put you off guard. And not only will I hit a platform, I'll come up and I'll speak, but I'm trying to have a conversation. I do feel that, hey, Lifted, that the things that I'm expected to do, other people aren't. When I was over on writing cues, I kept getting kept getting put in the back, but I wasn't the only one cutting people off. And that's okay, because I'm going into spaces that have strong Democratic views. But the same way that those spaces have strong Democratic views, I have strong Republican views. It's not because I look down on people. It's not because I feel that people need whatever Pisa was saying. So I'm just here in my own little space, my own small world, saying, hey, you know what? We do exist. Y'all know I'm hoping to go to a Trump rally. Hey, Arjun Ritza, I'm hoping to go to a Trump rally. That would be a dream, because I have questions and I want to hear him in person, what he says he can do for this country, what he wants to do if he's the president-elect. I have things that I'm very concerned about. To tell you guys that I'm not concerned about finances and inflation and all those things, I can't. The right to bear arms, immigration, those are the things at the top of my list. But the biggest thing is the amount of government in our healthcare and all of these things. I'm worried about that, because I do believe in individual personal responsibility. Okay, so if I get to meet Mr. Trump, not just being in the same area, I would have went to the DNC if I happened to be in Wisconsin at the time it was taking place. All right, or well, there was a rally in Wisconsin, and then I could have easily been in Chicago. But those are the things that matter to me. And so I come over here and talk about the things that matter to me, and it doesn't have to matter to anybody else. But all of this, I look down on people. I'm stupid. I'm not the one to talk about these kind of things. I am, and I can handle y'all criticism. But the problem is people fall apart whenever I say something and try to dismiss it. I have reasons why I say what I say, and I can show you guys the same way you guys want to show me something. I can show it to you as well, and that's what I have to say about that. So anyways, I'm going to move on from this conversation. We're not racist. We're not a racist party. You can't say that racism only exists in one party anyway. What's good, Foxy Brown? You just can't. But I almost feel like anytime I go live, it's like, okay, people are going to have a problem with it. So I usually don't listen. But since it was brought to my attention, I thought I would address some of the things. And the biggest thing is, like, we're for the American people, which includes Black people. It includes I am concerned about the race, and I could speak about it just like anybody else. Okay, so I am not going to hold you guys. Y'all have any questions for me? That's pretty much what I want to say about it. If you're going to disagree with me where we can have a conversation, because I'm not going to talk down on you. I'm not going to dig into your past. I'm not going to bring up your family. I'm going to have an actual conversation with you. And if you want to debate me, come with facts. Come with facts. You can't prove your point by attacking my life or trying to use my life for your... No, that's a fallacy in debate. And so when people don't even understand that basic thing, that's telling me that they're not even ready for that conversation with me. Okay, because you can't use somebody else's life to prove your point. Look it up. I didn't answer your question, though. What was your question, Dream Chaser? I didn't see your question. Stop Lying says, I believe it's for the American people. I believe it's for the American people. Just the power wash version. What's for the American people? What you mean? What point? Dream Chaser, I don't even know who you are. I don't know what question you're talking about. I don't recognize you. So, y'all know, anytime somebody disagree with me, I have to scroll up. Can't you just tell me? Let me look for it. I was listening to someone talk about Trump not doing the debate on 60 Minutes. I don't blame him. Hey, Mrs. G, stick to my rivers. I didn't see this. Emil, you can't speak for Black Americans because your family probably not from America. No way or how about Black struggles. You guys try to discredit that part of my heritage. A lot of my family did come from over in Puerto Rico. That is a fact. But I've always claimed Black. And the same Africans, West Africans, whatever, that came to the United States, a lot of them went to Latin countries. They're the same Africans. I've always claimed Black, and I can very well speak for the race. America sees me as Black, I'm Black. And I can speak about whatever I care about. So I'm always going to care about the state of our people. It's just, I can't. I don't see your comment, Dream Chaser. Is it still in the chat? Wait, I don't know. Y'all. Yeah, I don't see it. So it's not that I was ignoring it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So anyways, y'all, I do like those kind of conversations. I am going to do another debate before the election comes. I hope that you guys support me and come over there. If you don't agree with somebody, I think we like to put another person down when we don't agree with their points. But a person that's dumb or not intelligent is someone who can't listen to another person's point of view as if somehow they're able to convince you to think their way. Why can't people have a conversation, exchange ideas? Y'all see, I speak to TC just fine. And we don't agree. We're on two opposite sides of the coin. But we are able to have a conversation. And a lot of things she says, I'm like, you know what? You're right about that. I have no problem going back to fact check something. If I can't do it on the spot, I'll come back later. But I'm not going to attack you or put you down. I don't need to do that. I'm intelligent enough to have a conversation with you. Okay, 504 girl, I'm going to move on. There were slave ships from Africa that went to Puerto Rico. So that's why, Juicy, I do not, let me read this. There were slave ships from Africa that went to Puerto Rico. Thus, they are Puerto Rican with African heritage in their DNA and are just as African as anybody that came to the United States. Well, it wasn't the United States at the time it came over, but exactly, Juicy. And I'm not about to argue with somebody about my heritage. I have always said that Puerto Rican is not a race, it's an ethnicity. My family's been here, I've been here, but I do say Afro-Latina because of our ancestors, and that's just what it is. But that's not saying that I'm Hispanic. A lot of people try to change my words into what they want them to mean. I'm not about to argue. I had a whole white person that I'm not even gonna mention this person from the Black sector that tried to talk about my family and post my pictures and say, look you guys can't tell me my race or my ethnicity. And I don't even entertain those kind of conversations anymore. If you guys want to talk about how Blacks got to America and how they went over to the Latin countries, just and that kind of stuff, we can. But there's Blacks in different countries. But I've always claimed African. Well, not African American, but Black, Afro-Latina, and it is what it is. Hey, Helen. Now, when you say that you are Republican, number one, when I go places, they're telling me about Kamala. I'm not rude. I just agree with them. But we are growing in numbers with the Republican Party. I think that it's important that we are represented in the Republican Party. And I'm still going to say my biggest thing is that no government program is going to save you, okay? Healthcare. People like to talk about Obamacare. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. Obamacare was not the answer. It just wasn't. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you so much. It wasn't the answer. Medicare and Medicaid, your work should pick up, that's where we should start. The co-pays were extremely high. And again, there was a lot of control over how it was to be used, and there's just a lot of problems with that. Hi, yo. Hey, Carnegie. Thank you. So, I hear when people are talking about Donald Trump and his comments, I'm looking at the policies. I'm looking at what a person could do for this country should they be elected. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not dismissing the things that are said, but when I talk about things that are said on both sides, they only want to focus on what Donald Trump is saying. And the only reason I ask about what Kamala or the Democratic Party is saying, because I'm wondering if they're just wanting to attack, or are they willing to listen? And so far what I'm finding is that people are just wanting to attack. But we are for our race, okay? You're more likely to get reparations with the Republican Party. Looking through history. They're the ones that passed the bill. They're the ones that have proposed it. And it was the Democrats that tore it down, saying that blacks don't need it, okay? That's a fact. I'm not making that up. I'm not spreading lies about the right. I'm not doing any of those things. That's what happened. Do you understand the co-pays in the long run, Nikki? Do you want to explain it to me? I do understand the co-pays. Anyways, you guys, what else is going on? So that's what I'm gonna say about that. I did hear some of the backlash when I was talking about, but I've got to be able to speak about what I want to talk about. And if you can vibe with me and you like what I'm talking about, cool. I'm going to try to start coming out earlier since I'm almost done with these set of classes. My last day is Thursday. Thankfully, it's been a long run and I'm ready to do something else. But I need a little break because I just need a little break. But, I did finish another set of classes and I'm excited about that. And we have less than a month before this election. People that say they listen. I'm not putting people down for saying that they don't vote. I feel a certain kind of way about it, but I'm mostly speaking to people that participate in the political process, that participate in, all right, I'm going to go down there, I'm going to vote. My vote matters. It counts. Those are who I'm speaking to, because people that say it doesn't matter, we're not on the same playing field when it comes to voting and the democracy and stuff like that. So I'm not really speaking to people like that. Not that they can't voice their opinion. What y'all saying? Trump knows he isn't liked by certain people. Huh? Oh, okay, I see our messages. Trump knows he isn't liked by certain people, and he says things just to get under their skin like a troll does. He does, you see. Lifted, what are you talking? This is what I'm talking about with how what did I say that crossed you? I never said you were my enemy. What did I say that you took like that, Lifted? I understand co-pays. I was asking how you understood. What's good, happy life? How you understood it. How did I crush you by saying that, Lifted? The point, I adore you. You're my friend. What did I say that was disrespectful towards you? Please let me know. Because I'm lost with that. Just like with Nikki the other day saying I have an undertone. I don't have an undertone, so to speak. It's just that I feel that I have to watch my words so carefully. But no one watches their words carefully with me, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just speaking about stuff, trying to keep my. Please watch your tone. You understand your energy. Lifted. All I asked is if you wanted to hit a link. Why, when it comes to me, you guys try to tear me up? I didn't have a tone with you. I was simply saying, I understand it. Do you want to explain it how you see it? That's it. So I'm not understanding how I can't. Let me move on from that. I can't. How you doing, Mr. Skinny? I don't understand why when it comes to me, you guys are so sensitive. What did I say? I was being very genuine when I asked you if you wanted to explain. What I'm saying, in my opinion, is that the co-pays with Obamacare is extremely high. So I was asking if you agreed with that, Lifted. That's it. So I'm not let me drink some of this water. I'm already feeling a certain kind of way from all these crackhead comments and stuff like that, that people, I just saw your messages. I'm not understanding this. And you want to know what's even more offensive? When I go to y'all spaces, don't nobody care about, and I'm not talking to Lifted, don't nobody care about my feelings. They say whatever. Some of the most despicable stuff. Y'all saw what Pisa was saying about, my child's father is white and stuff like that. What does any of that have to do with what I'm talking about? I can't. What's good, Freddie? I can't. Happy life. I'm not understanding. I'm just not. Let me go to my chat real quick. Hang on, y'all. I need to go into my own stream. I have a supporter. Something I'm looking for. That kind of threw me off a little bit because I'm kind of not understanding Lifted right now, but I gotta move on from that. Like, okay, I had to do something. Can you tell me what rhino is again? And I have another question after that. Okay. A rhino, I'm not gonna get too technical about how it is. It's someone, it changed meaning since Trump got into the office, actually, because it, for what it was. I'll tell you what it means. Basically, it's somebody that's Republican in name only. They say that they're Republican. They're not. A lot of times people say it just to be private conversation, whatever, or they really have Democratic views and are trying to blame things on the Republican Party. So that's the acronym, Republican in name only. What's your other question, 504? Don't stress, Nikki. It may be some residual energy you have from the spaceship, but I don't go to those spaces. How I'm just saying not to cross me. It's all up. Lifted, are you okay? I'm not sure what you're meaning by that, sis, but I'm feeling a certain kind of way. But I'm going to move on from it. But I am feeling a certain kind of way about it. Because when you're saying not to cross you, I only asked you a question. You asked me a question and I asked you a question, sis. So I'm not understanding. I'm not trying to cross you. I'm not trying to cross any of you. I'm just having a conversation. That's all. I don't feel any type of way from the spaceship or anything like that. I just wanted to clear up some lines, and that's that I don't look down on anybody at all. It's hard to have these conversations, but you see the separation between the Republican Party and MAGA. I've seen the separation since Donald Trump. But MAGA is a slogan. And what's wrong with making America great? I do believe in putting our country first. I do believe in the interests of the American people. And we've gotten so sidetracked. And I'm wondering how many elections are going to come and go where we're going to have the same people in office and nothing's changing. The cost of everything is higher. We didn't have wars when Trump was in office. He was for the economy. Okay, the things that are happening in China and their status in America and things like that. I'm not going to go too deep into it right now because apparently, I'm just mostly talking about the stereotypes right now. Let me use my banner real quick. But I'm feeling a certain kind of way because I don't like tiptoeing around people just to speak. Don't read more into my words than what I'm saying, please. Okay, there's no undertone. Y'all want me to talk like this? Hang on, Happy. I'm coming. Hey, you.
What's up?
Nothing. What's good with you?
Oh man, I've been working, grinding, going to church and all that. Did I miss anything from, or it's just the same as far as like politics?
I just get tired of the whole, whenever someone's upset with me, they're like, oh, she's a Trump supporter. So what? So what? And it's just, I feel that if you're going to talk about things, I'm trying to have a conversation, but to try to say that I'm not for my own people or I can't relate or I'm stupid. No, you got to be able to have a conversation with different people. If you want to just talk to people with your ideas, just say that and I won't waste my time.
I mean, the only thing I take away from that is no problem. Just understand the policies. Go for what benefits you. If you're going for the money, then go for Trump. Or if you're going for like, the taxes or you want things to be a certain way, go for Kamala. So know what benefit you.
I think it's problematic to tell people how to vote or who to vote for, first off, which I get a kind of a bad rap. I'm not telling you how to vote for Trump, but there's so many.
No, what benefits you though? Like go for what.
There's so many spaces where the left are able to speak, and there's no spaces for people like me over here. I have to be able to speak about my political, but I don't have to, but I don't feel the need to hide it because they're not hiding their thoughts. Why do I need to hide mine?
Right.
Hey, cutting edge. But it's a conversation. It's like, I love speaking to people that think differently from me so I can learn from them and maybe they'll get something from me, but I just see the attacks. And that's what I'm saying. No, you can't have a debate. Number one, you can't even hear where you're talking over each other. I'm not here for that. I'm simply here saying, you know what, this is what's happening in the country right now. I'm very interested. Let's talk about it. And we can still break bread at the end of the day. What's good, B-Sector Podcast? We should still be able to break bread.
What do you think about Trump getting, I don't know if you talk about it, but what do you think about Trump getting shot?
What do I think about it? Oh, you just made my heart hurt because that is a threat to national security. I don't care if it would have been Kamala. God forbid, that never should have happened. You have to be able to have a peaceful protest. That's the American way. And it happened not once, but twice with the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, and it never should have happened. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I heard that one of his supporters protected him. Is that true? When somebody tried to kill him?
Yeah, we stand strong for our leader. We stand strong for our leader. Well, you know who you want to be, your leader. And I made a video of when Kamala, now she didn't have an assassination attempt, but she was given a speech. I can't remember where. Was it the Black Journal? I can't remember where. Nevertheless, she was rushed on stage by a fanatic. And
wow.
She gave the microphone and all of that. And I'm like, no, we have to be able to have a peaceful protest. I stand by that. I don't care who you are. And for Trump to almost lose his ear, and then that person had the nerve to try to say they were Republican, but then when you look through his computer, he had anti-Republican rhetoric. Though that's what I mean for, and I'm talking about rhinos. They're not Republican.
Oh wow!
So I'm ready for you. Are you and Pizza able to have a conversation on the same panel, or are you having?
I'm straight, and I don't know if she is, and I can't go on her panel because I'm straight. So. Yeah, I don't know how this would work.
I need to, lifted, that's fine. Okay, Pizza, if you're coming up, that's fine. We should be able to speak openly about politics, money, religion, etc. with friends or family. I agree. What do you think about DeSantis not answering Harris' call in regards to the hurricane relief? 504 girl, if you guys are listening to me the other day, when I spoke about DeSantis, he's not a Republican that I would ever support. What he's trying to do in the public school systems in Florida is absolutely insane. when he's talking about slavery and stuff like that. So no, I think nothing of him. I just nothing him.
Wow.
Do you have anything, Happy Life, you want to add before I try to get Pizza up here so I could talk about her live stream?
Yeah. So what do you, before I go, because I'm definitely gonna go, what do you think about Kamala's family? Because some of them might be white, most of them say black. What you think?
I think that people are ignoring the obvious when it comes to her race. And I'm going to leave it like that. As I stand on, she doesn't have,
All right,
I
thank
know she didn't claim black when she was the attorney general here in California. And I stand with Janet Jackson as far as her comments go. We've seen her history here. Just because a person was born in Jamaica, whatever, she separated herself from the race, so I don't think anything of it. She doesn't stand by. I mean,
people be
her
saying
own
that she
words
put
was that she was Indian ancestry. Those were her. You said what? You said what?
I said some people say she put black people in jail.
Well, as a prosecutor, I'm fair. She, you would put whites and blacks in fair. In jail. I'll be fair. Pizarro, when you hit the link, then I'll have them go. But all you gotta do is hit the link, sis. But
all right. Well,
I think that and she's not backstage. So let me just say this.
Okay.
My thing was, the only reason why I was so stuck on the race thing is because it came up and she made it a big deal trying to relate to blacks. Like, oh, I wash my collard greens in a bathtub and all this extra stuff. Her accent changing depending on who she's talking to. But my biggest thing is that when she separated herself and said that she was Indian heritage. That was from her. So now it's different. But we're so close to the election that I'm more focused on the policies and things like that. But no. She didn't make a point to relate to any black person while she was a prosecutor, nor did she during her vice presidency. And now it's okay. The Democratic Party always wants to win over black people right before the election. They don't do it. They don't do it while they're in the office. They wait before the election when they need our vote. That's what I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, and I think Trump is a little more authentic. Whether you like him or not, he's always gonna tell you straight up. Like if he's gonna do something, he gonna do it. Like the Republicans is like we're honest, we're aggressive. The Democrats are kind of like passive.
Right. I agree with you.
All right, well, later, girlfriend. I'll see you later. Pizza.
You're always welcome, Happy Life. I don't see her, so I'm not gonna wait for her. I'm not gonna be here long. But thank you, Happy Life, because I pretty much said my point of view.
All right, later, boo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this because it's touchy and there's other things that I have on my mind, but I want what's best for this country. 504 girl, you don't have to stay in your corner. You can say, I left the race thing alone. You guys already know how I feel about it. I live in California, and she just did not. Okay. But I don't feel it's authentic, what she's doing. And you don't hear many blacks in California supporting her. I get fake vibes and pandering to black people from Kamala. There are more and more blacks who are starting to see that what she's doing. I agree, Juicy. I agree. I've heard people say they're going to vote for her simply because she's black, or simply because she's a woman. And some people could be doing it just because of their strong distaste for Donald Trump. But if you look at what Donald Trump has actually said and the things that he's done, he's done things that he said he would do. He did. The wall, he got a lot of pushback from. Did I think he was going to get the funds from Mexico to build the wall? No. Okay. But he still got a lot of pushback to build the wall. I think that what was more important than that was way that he wanted to protect the borders and protect people that's not documented from coming in. He talks a lot. You guys keep talking about the abortion thing and stuff like that. Donald Trump talks a lot about protecting children's rights, babies' rights, and things like that. So I do believe he is for the American people. He's for the American dollar, the middle class families wanting us to have security. And he talks a lot about strong middle class. He was not for Project 2025. He does talk about Agenda 47. And there's a lot of things that if you actually look through the policies, it makes sense. It just does. There are things that just were not right. And he's saying, you know what, we need a different manual. And here's something that I propose. So if you want to talk about his policies and things like that, dive into Agenda 47. If you vote, please vote Republican. Wait a minute. If you vote, please vote Republican. I'm saying this for the sake of your grandchildren. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But no matter what, you guys, just be aware of what's going on. That's it. Yeah, I don't think I worry about people. I want everybody to be okay. It doesn't make me feel good to see people suffer and struggle. I want a strong president, somebody that can handle what's going on in the country, that's willing to address national disasters and things like that affect us. Higher wages, livable wages, stuff like that. There's things that just haven't been okay for a long time. 504 Girl said, I'm worried about the lower class and how can they be lifted up, not keep lining. Yeah. Not keep lining the pockets of the upper to billionaire pockets. People say that. So Trump talks a lot about taxes and things like that. Trump people are worried about the Agenda 21, though, in you. Trump is not middle to billionaire classes. Shut down. Okay. I think that it's going to... Free thinker, where'd you come from? Careful now. His policies shrink the middle class. Maybe his policies shrink the middle class and making them more secure, so they're no longer middle class. Free thinker. Upper middle to billionaires get the biggest tax breaks. They get tax breaks. There's reasons why they get tax breaks. Okay. And they give a lot. When they get these breaks, they give a lot to charities. A lot of people aren't doing that. They're funding rehabs in other places, homes. And so how much do you want them to give? No one's trying to take money out of people's pocket in this case. I mean, millionaires and billionaires are wealthy. What does that do for the lower income bracket? Absolutely nothing. But for girl, I just don't think that you understand it. I just don't think that you understand it. They're paying. There's a reason why. It has to do, number one, a lot of wealthy people don't show income that way. They have assets and houses and stuff like that. There's ways around that. So no. So November 5th, right? Get out there and vote. If you don't like the way that things are, you want your voice to be heard, vote. So I'm gonna say it's the right of an American citizen. I do not agree with Democrats proposing voting with no IDs, no identification. We have to know who you are. We do. Hey,
Hey, here.
Is that you?
I'm kind of bored, you know.
So you guys, that's
Girl.
what'd you say? Wait, let me move my banner out your way. What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine. Now, did you hear that part of the stream that I played? Wait, let me answer this. Happy Life said, "Envy, what happens if Kamala gets in there and there's civil unrest? They'll probably make excuses for it." And oh, wait a minute, you're talking about because of Trump? Well, hopefully we all learn from January 6th. You can't have extremists. That's it, Nicole. I cannot. The middle class is shrinking in that lower middle class has you can't blame that on Donald Trump though, free thinker. I'm interested in facts and not the BS talking points. You can't blame that on Donald Trump. He's not in office right now. He's not in office, so you got to look at who's in office right now if the middle class are still stuck. Trump hasn't been in office. What's good, pizza?
Okay, so what do you needed to talk to me about and upset and you know?
After my live stream, you made a point to say that I look down on the Democratic Party and Black people are voting for the Democrats because they're poor and etc. And I never said anything like that. I don't think that. I never said it.
Well, when you say you don't think that, that means you said
No,
it.
I don't think it. I've never said that. No part of my live stream said that. And I think that's the problem.
Well,
People
I mean,
want to twist
I'm
what I'm
just
saying.
repeating what Nikki. I'm just repeating what Nikki said. All I was
No, you
doing.
didn't repeat it like that. What you said was that I said that during my stream and that I felt that
I
way. And I
said Nikki. Oh, I said
you
Nikki
bored me.
said that. Yeah, was debated. Am I
Well,
still boring?
now I can
Hold
hear
on.
you.
Let me come back. Let me come back.
Okay. I don't think Pizza even remembers what she said on her live stream because she didn't just say that Nikki said that. She said that, that's how I feel. And I'm clearing it up. I don't feel that way. I'm not saying that you're Democrat because you can't afford to be anything else. I don't feel that way. You're a Democrat for whatever reasons you are. I don't feel like that. When he was in office, he didn't help the lower middle. When he was in office, he didn't help the lower middle, lower class, or the poverty of those people, and that's facts. Did he not hand out stimulus checks? You have to be able. Listen. Can you tell me when the middle class is still the middle class? I haven't seen any president come and wave this magic wand and change it. There has to be things in place, and I feel that that's something that needs to improve. The middle class needs to be strong, and that's what I'm hoping for. I don't want anybody to lose money. Nobody's trying to make the wealthy wealthier. I care about things like that too. And Trump does talk a lot about that. He talks about higher wages and lower taxes and things like that. He does. What's good, pizza?
Hear me now.
I hear you fine. But your stream, you didn't say that it came from Nikki. You listen to your own stream.
Yes, I did. I said Nikki said this, and these are the things that Nikki said. And I said that Nikki felt that when it comes to the black community, that you do not know a lot when it comes to the black community, and that you feel because I did not hear you say that, so I
Because I
can't say
didn't
you
say
did.
that. Yeah, I didn't say
Okay,
that.
but
I
I
said
told them Nikki said that. I went into telling them what Nikki said, and those are the things that I told them that Nikki said. That she feels that you don't know the black community because when you was on here, you wasn't even a black woman at that time. You was proclaiming something else.
I've never claimed anything else ever. And what I find interesting is that people always want to go back to those times instead of what I'm saying today. Um, because I've never said that. And if I did, they'll be able to show a live stream. I guarantee you they would have that clip. And that's just what it is. So
Well, I still feel like it's you can't tell me I don't have the right to my opinion all because I don't vote. If you got the right to say what you want to say on the black communities, even though you ain't never lived that life and you could speak on it, then I
no,
have the right.
you can't.
Then I have the right to speak on politics, even though I don't give a fuck about it. Real
You
shit.
have the right to speak on politics, but what I'm saying is that yes, you can speak about politics, but you really can't complain about anything if you don't vote. That's a
You
fact.
can't
You,
complain about it. You still could complain. I mean, what if I don't like none of the things that they're saying? What if I don't agree with neither side and feel like they both full of shit and they both playing in our face?
let
I
me,
don't have the right to feel that way. I
you have
have
the
to go along with society though.
you don't have to go along with society. But let me ask you this: have you ever been to a voting booth and actually looked at the ballot? I am Happy Life.
Duh, I voted for Obama hoe.
Why I gotta be all that? And you
Because I feel like you be trying me on some levels. Bitch, I voted for Obama.
why do you
Okay.
gotta Pizarro? Listen, am I cursing at you?
You
Did I
you
call
know, you can, but you can. I like the curse. It's with you trying to change me, MU, because I'm not liking you
I
trying
need
to
to listen to your
change
stream
me.
for a second. Let me go on mute. Go ahead and talk. I need to listen to your stream.
Okay, we're gonna
But
listen
I'm gonna
to
go
it.
on mute
Why you gotta go on mute? We can listen to it together.
because I'm looking for a certain thing. I'll go off
She
mute when I find it.
she being biased. Go ahead. Yeah, you go on mute. Because she gonna be biased. I'm being honest with y'all. The Democrat Party or the Republican Party ain't shit. No damn way. Y'all wasting y'all time on the Republicans and the Democrats, bitch. They playing with y'all like they on different teams, but they on the same team. When it come down for them getting all that motherfucking money and sending money to their favorite corporations and CEOs and FEOs and all that other shit, they ain't got no problem swallowing money over. They ain't not got no problems giving money to their faves. But when it come down to you, the American citizens, oh, they gotta go through the deliberation. They gotta keep going back and forth on what they want to give you. Then they only give y'all pennies. Oh, girl, I about to tell you. I gotta go to the store.
Okay, Pizarro, I just want you to because it's not long. I'm gonna replay this and I want you to hear it. I want you to
Yeah.
hear your own words. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
By the Republicans versus the Democrats, girl. And bitch, Nikki hit that link going off on MU. That shit was funny as hell, bitch. Okay, she did call MU out on some of her, shit. Nikki Pope, there you go. Nikki Pope, Lady Nika hit the link on. Girl, I know what that shit was funny, bro. Cause when I go back over there, right, I'm thinking she's just talking about how she normally does when it comes to the political part of it. Have that little conversations that she does. When I got over there, her and Nikki over there arguing because MU kind of being dismissive of some of the things and the practices when it comes down to the Republicans. And MU feels like Nikki Pope is being dismissive when it comes down to the Democrats and the shit that they have going on and how they do the black community. Well, Nikki felt that MU should not speak on black Americans because just years ago, MU was not a black woman. Just years ago, MU was a Hispanic woman on the light skin side, not over there on the Afro.
What was my word? What was my words? What was my word?
Pizarro, I'm not in
What
the
I
mood.
say?
I am not in the mood.
No. Now she not in the mood. Now she not in the mood.
Pizarro, let me hear the rest of it while you hear this. I played it earlier, but let me listen to this again. Hold on, because you know what you did.
Now she
You know what
trying
you
to.
did. Hold on.
When it's pertaining to the black community, when you don't know nothing about the black community, you're started talking to the blacks when it comes to the Republicans. When you have a white dick up in your mouth, she said when you have.
Now I didn't hear Nikki say all that.
white dick in your mouth, what white penis.
She did say that. She
Okay.
did. Now ask your chat in my line.
Here
Ask
you
your
go. Wait,
chat.
pizza. Hold on, pizza. Hear this part. This is what I'm talking about. Hold on.
A white dick up in your mouth. She said, you have a white dick in your mouth, what white penis in your mouth. I was like, bitch. And then, if you throw her little slick shot is now because some dude hit me and call her a crackhead and shit. And she was like, well, this is the problem right here. Because I'm beyond my past. You can't talk about my past. You can't shame me for my past. This is my past and I don't went past it. I don't went beyond it. I'm doing good and y'all mad because I'm over here looking good, feeling good, and doing better than y'all. Okay, she also looks down on y'all that's less fortunate.
So this part is what I'm talking about, pizza. I'm sorry, y'all had to play that to find it. So this is a part that you're not saying that Nikki said. This is how you feel. You went right into it. So that's what I'm talking about. That's my
No.
issue. Yes,
All that I was speaking on is what happened between you and Nikki. You are just trying to pick apart what I'm saying. I said Nikki. I said Nikki. And I was just over there talking about what y'all had going on.
Is with the Democrats are poor, black, and that's why y'all vote for the Democrats because y'all got that broken slave mentality as the black folks. Because y'all over there voting for the Democrats and they didn't give two fucks like the Republican bitch, but we gonna leave that alone. Okay, so you feel that the black state is voting for the Democrats. She feel like they are low level. She feel like they are beneath her, and she feels that. Have the mind to think clearly because they wouldn't be over there trying to vote for the Democrats. And because she said that shit as well, Nikki had to hit that leak. And Nikki went and tell her how she gonna talk about the black community when she don't know a motherfucking thing about a black community.
So my point was that part. Yeah, see, Pizarro, I feel like this, and I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. I don't know if it's gonna go well. Because yes, you started out talking about Nikki, but then you went on to say that I feel blah blah blah. And what I'm telling you is that is inaccurate. I don't think that I am doing. And number one, I never said I was doing better than y'all. I didn't say that. I said I'm doing better for myself. But you guys like to twist it to how you want, and I really
I don't vote Democrat though.
That because I never said
I don't vote Democrat.
You don't vote at all, Pizza. Okay, I don't know what happened to Pizza, but. Wait, her phone's giving out. You don't vote at all, Pizarro. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna quote me right.
I don't have to vote. MU, your voting doesn't do shit. But you guys are over here voting for two parties that don't give two fucks about y'all. When you gonna see that? Okay, I could care less how you feel about the motherfuckers who vote Democrat. Okay, I say something wrong with all y'all as black folks, the Afro Latina or Black Americans voting for motherfuckers that don't give a damn about you. Okay, let's start there. Cause y'all don't want to take you there. So y'all over there arguing over petty shit.
If I didn't feel number one, you guys, what I do when it comes to voting is. I don't. If I didn't agree with any candidate,
she went on white folks.
I put it on there because there's other things that you could vote for. I'm not trying to convince you guys to vote. I'm not here for that. Everybody's grown. You have to do what you feel is best.
But if you've been going live almost every day to talk about this, like you trying to get the people to turn over to the Republicans and telling them how bad the Democrats is, so you can't say you ain't trying when you literally is trying.
No, you guys do what you want to do. I have a platform where I can speak about things that's important to me, and I do feel it's important to vote, but I'm not here to make y'all vote. You got to do what you feel. I cannot convince people to vote if they're dead set on not voting.
I'm trying to convince them not to vote for the Democrats or the Republicans.
Well, Pizarro, I think that people listen to who they want. They do. So by me saying that, y'all should get out there and vote, that's what's important to me. And you go over there and you say what's important to you. But you guys get out there and vote.
Your moderator don't vote.
Who's that?
Lifted must be a Lifted. She said, "This is why I don't vote."
What?
You didn't see that in the chat. I know what I read. So how you gonna tell me? Come on with it. Come on with it, lift it. I knew I had somebody that understood what I'm talking about. Okay, period, lift it. Come on, she said I've been sucker free, sis. Duba. Whoever that is, but bitch,
Listen,
listen.
I'm gonna say this to you guys. Whether you vote or not is your personal decision. People have died, our ancestors died for the right to vote. So it is hard for me when I hear somebody say that they just don't vote.
Your
Because
ancestors
it's
didn't die.
our it's our responsibility to get out there and vote. But I'm not going to stay on that. What I want is to see things improve. I want to see the economy improve. And because it's stressful when your finances are together, it's stressful. When you can't have health care for your children, it's stressful. So don't talk to me about, I want to know about policies. And if there was another debate, another presidential debate, I would hope that they would do less mudslinging and talk about the policies and what they're going to do going forward. That's what we need to hear. Peace out.
Girl, that's y'all problem, not mine. I bet
Well,
it's really stressful.
you said it is stressful, but life is stressful. That's just part of life. And I still think that if we're gonna have conversations like these, it's really easy to speak to somebody with your own ideas. But I am saying, you know what? Let me offer a different point of view, and that is okay. But if you're gonna repeat something I say, just don't lie on me and say
Girl,
something
you
that's
always
accurate.
talking about somebody lying on you and stuff. Girl, but I was doing a reenactment on how she felt. Okay, I didn't say those
You
things,
cleared that
Nikki
up, so
did.
I should
So
appreciate that.
you did.
If because when I was listening to it, it seemed to me as if you're saying, "Hey, this is how MU feels about the Democratic Party." So I'm like, no, that's not how I feel. It's just not. Blacks are primarily Democrat, and that's just how it is. I can't say why. I know what I think.
Yes, because you feel that the Republicans care about the blacks more than the Democrats.
That's not true. I never said that. I didn't say that. Pizza, you putting words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
Well, you
I
don't have to see it. You alluded to it, so it is what it
Hey,
is.
Chef. No, I don't think that any party cares. I think that people have their interests, their own interest in mind. But I do feel that I know that the Republican Party, not that you care, Pizza, but I'm talking to other people. The Republican Party have traditional family values. We have traditional values, and that's what I care about. I care about individual responsibility, personal accountability, not government involvement in your life. That's why I vote Republican, not because of any racial thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
For
I
race
didn't.
with me. So I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. Mm-hmm.
Good for
People,
you.
people are gonna think what they want to think, and I'm gonna continue to have these conversations, and hopefully something productive can come from it. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, you could bring your ass to one of my conspiracy live where I do the red versus blue, so that you can take the blue pill or the red pill. Which pill you want?
How
The
would I
red
take?
pill or the blue pill?
How will I take blue pizza? That's what I'm saying. You don't even.
Red pill or the blue pill? The
I'm
red pill
gonna
and
be
the
on
blue
the
pill
red
ain't got
side.
shit to do. Okay, so she gonna take the red pill.
Yeah,
Got it. All
I'll
right.
be on the red side. When you gonna? Well, just let me know, pizza. Just let me know. I don't vote either. Never have. An imperfect world, being ruled by imperfect people, can never fulfill the needs of the people. But what about your local representatives, Kiva? If you don't
Child.
vote for the president, see what about the local representatives that directly affects your community? Because you guys have to remember the that goes by the popular vote, not your electoral vote. But yeah, pizza. I thought it was interesting. I felt that Nikki had a lot of attacks. Like my child's family, my child's father had nothing to do with the conversation. And then when I called it out, like, dang, you're really trying to go low and all those kind of things. I do feel a certain kind of way about it because I didn't attack anybody. I didn't do that. So I didn't appreciate that.
Mhm. Well, that's
And
all
I
you
don't
got
feel
to
that
you.
I deserved that. Like I just did it. People are overly concerned about things, you know, that I don't even talk about anymore. I don't talk about my life in any kind of way. So I really didn't appreciate that, you guys. And I do feel that people are overly involved. And what I'm trying to say gets lost in a lot of those things. I don't expect people to be interested in the things that I'm talking about, but I need a space where I can speak about these things freely without worrying about, you know, you could disagree with me. We can have a conversation, but my child's father, I didn't hear those comments that Pizza said at all. What's good, Chef X? I didn't hear it, but you guys, when I'm having these conversations, let me tell you something. Y'all know what I care about the most? Besides the politics, right now I'm talking a lot about politics because of the election. But if I were for a girl, keep me straight, because I didn't hear the comment. When Nikki's bringing up my child's father and my child, and you know how many biracial families are out there? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? And when I hear things like that, then, when I hear things like that, it makes me feel even stronger about my points, because if you really believed in what you were saying, you wouldn't have to attack me in that kind of way, because that had nothing to do with America's policies. My family has nothing to do with how this country is run or why I vote the way that I do. My family is a strong Democratic family. My mom, my dad, it's my dad. No, they're Democrats, but they don't live here where I live. Okay, and we have conversations all the time, and they're usually peaceful, unless my mom is upset at something I said. I don't know. I feel that a lot of people listen to me to just try to go off, and it's easy. It's easy to go off of me. Why? Because anybody could just look at my past, be like, you used to do this, you used to do that. But I'm more interested in what I'm doing now. And yeah, that's just it. But unfortunately, I have to be careful with these kind of conversations, because at the end of the day, when I turn off this computer and it's all said and done, I care about people. You guys call me, y'all message me, I engage with you guys. My political beliefs it's one part, you know, of my life. But yeah, I'm not just somebody that doesn't come up. I come out here and talk to you guys. What am I mostly interested in? Sobriety stuff, you know, mental health and things like that. But I do enjoy when we can converse, because a few years ago, we weren't talking about anything. I was so messed up in my head. All that stuff that Nikki was talking about years ago. Some of these people some of the people that troll me to this day, I haven't had a conversation with them. Like this one pasty face person that was backstage. I'm not saying that because the person's white. The person wasn't white. Somebody that jumped backstage, like I haven't had a conversation with that person for 2 years, and they're still lying on platforms about our interaction, or I gave them pictures. Y'all can probably figure out what I'm talking about. I did this, I did that. And some people are so stuck in my past, I feel sorry for them that I stay in their heads, because I don't think about them. When they try to hit my link, I don't even announce it. I just leave them backstage, because if I'm not dealing with somebody, I don't deal with them. And I don't look down on anybody, but a lot of people look down on me. And a lot of people are hurting and afraid to say it. So that's my biggest interest. And I just happen to be Republican on top of it. I stopped voting when I see it. Okay. What's good, James? I don't agree with the not voting thing. I just don't. But I am not here to tell you guys to vote. Hey, Sebastian. I'm not here to tell you guys to vote. But most of my conversations are catered to people that actually vote, and they're interested in what's going on in the country. I'm interested. I am very interested in finances. I'm interested in security, because not having your finances together is very stressful. It drains your mind. But a handout from the government, I'm not saying that people are asking for that, but all of these programs and things, I mean, it's just the differences between a Republican Party and a Democratic Party has to do, simply put, it's not that simple, but with the amount of government in your life. and Republicans believe in personal accountability and responsibility. Okay. It doesn't mean we both don't want what's best for our family, because we do. So, y'all got any thoughts or questions for me? I did enjoy cooking for y'all. Thank you for helping me with those pork chops, because I usually don't fry food. So that was like a lot of fun and those kind of things. But it did bother me with some of these live streams, and I don't like the lies surrounding me. And you know, when people are saying, oh, you like a Trump supporter, I don't feel that people are that narrow-minded or incapable of liking someone. That's like saying that we all have to be the same religion. We have different beliefs. It doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean I'm trolling. Stop saying that somebody is trolling because they have different ideas and beliefs. A lot of our goals are the same. We just have different routes of getting there. So I'm just past the days where I'm like, no, you're not about to speak for me or tell me what I believe or why I can't speak about certain stuff. I don't want to hear anything about Kamala or Trump besides what they're going to do next. I don't think, I can't really see another presidential debate, can y'all, before the election? But if there is one, hopefully we'll get some questions answered. Hopefully. So I don't know. You like how the salmon? You like, I love salmon. Then we'll get some. So we still good, y'all. I was stressed out with school, and I'm excited that I am almost done with it. It's harder. It's hard to go to school as an adult with all the responsibilities and stuff, and just, you know, it's just different. But I did get through that. I just think it's interesting that whenever somebody disagrees with me, they want to shame me. They want to put me down. I don't feel shamed by things that people think I should feel shamed about. I feel like, yeah, we're doing it. We're making progress. We're doing it, because it's never too late. It's never too late to change your life and do something better. And wanting to take that away from me, I celebrate y'all's successes. And I'm pretty proud of where life is right now. Like, life is good. Life is lifing. And that's what I'm gonna say. I'm claiming 3 years sober, even though it's not till next year. We'll get there. And I'm excited to see what life is gonna bring. But life is not easy. So I don't want to get on here and pretend. That's why I turn on my camera, no matter if I'm looking a mess, if I'm looking whatever, I don't care. Because I'm not trying to be on here and pretend for y'all. Like, you know, like, nah, I don't care about stuff like that. I just don't. Good night, 404. I think we need to be more tolerant in the U.S. before we get wiped out. Tolerant how? Some things we don't need to be tolerant for, but I do think that it's okay to have these conversations, y'all. So anyways, I'm going to study. I got that off my chest. Yeah, I got some studying to do. I have some things that I need to take care of. So I have my final exams on Thursday, and I have some tests that I have to take. So I'm not sure when I'll be back. Maybe I'll do a quick stream tomorrow. No guarantees. We'll see. Many civilizations who, I'm on an hour and a half. Many civilizations were intolerant and refused to evolve or wiped off this planet. That's true. All right. I love you guys. Happy life. Thank you for hanging out with me. Regardless of what I talk about, I won't talk spiritual, but you talk about whatever. Regardless of what we talk about, you guys, I'm just here spending some time with y'all. Okay. The other stuff that's going on online, I make a point to only listen to so much of it. I wouldn't have even heard some of those live streams if people didn't send them to me. But I don't spend that much time listening to a lot of stuff online because it doesn't affect my life today. And I don't want to get so caught up. I have a lot going on, so I don't want to get so caught up in what other people are doing and I'm missing out on my own life, because that's not what it's all about. I'll see y'all later. Feel free to like, comment, and share, and I'll probably see y'all on the YouTube streams. I got to do some studying, you guys, so I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.